Today we talk about the Fender Player Plus Telecaster. Hey, James G here with Tarpley Music in Fort Worth, Texas, and you can always find us online at tarpleymusic.com. And please subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so already. So what I'm holding here is a Fender Player Plus Telecaster. So this is from the Mexico factory stuff. And this is really, in my opinion, kind of where you really start getting into Fender. And so it's a pretty standard Telecaster in most ways. It's an alder body. It's a three-way switch. So you got master volume, master tone. Your three-way switch is your neck pickup, and then both, and then bridge, just like you would expect. The Player Plus actually puts a push-pull here, which puts your pickups in series. So that's part of the Player Plus, is you get that addition there. And it really is some really cool tones. We'll hear them later, how that really changes everything. These are Fender, the Player Plus noiseless pickups. So you're still going to get a lot of great single coil sound. You're going to get that same kind of volume, but you're not going to get as much humming and some of that background noise. So you can really kind of crank higher without getting a lot of that. Nice. This particular one is a 3-ply mint pick guard. The neck is a maple neck, and it does have kind of your old school skunk stripe right there where the truss rod is. Of course, this is a maple fretboard. They do have some in Palo Ferro, which is a rosewood style fingerboard also. And you can also get this in 2 humbuckers, a Nashville Telly, and then those 3 styles, but in Player Plus. The really other cool thing about when you get Player Plus is you're getting actually, these are cast tuners with locking. So these are locking tuners. And then this is a 12-inch radius fretboard, synthetic nut. And that's pretty much what you get in a Player Plus. The main difference is from the Player, which is right below, is you get Alnico 5 pickups. It's a 9.5 radius. There's not the locking tuners. There's no push-pull. And so there is some difference. The other thing I like about this is this whole neck is actually satin urethane. On the Player, on the back is satin, which really matters, but the top is gloss. So most guys kind of want that satin finish all the way around. It doesn't feel as sticky kind of when you're playing for a long period of time and things like that. So it's just a really great standard Telecaster, but you get a push-pull here for series, so you can get a couple of other different tones. Traditionally, it's usually like a 9.5, but this is a 12-point radius. So it's a really, really cool Telecaster, and there's actually 4 colors that it's offered in. This is the Cosmic Jade, and then the other 2 colors are behind me. There's an old 3-color sunburst, and then there's a fade that's a black to silver fade, and then there's also a rose type color. I can't remember the exact name of it. It's offered in that and a couple of the other models. So 4 really, really cool colors. This happens to be my favorite. I love how this green pops. But we're going to get in and we're going to play in all 3-way switches, and then I'll do some of the series, and then we'll also do some tones in overdrive so you can hear all the tones from it. All right, so what I'm doing is I'm going from the guitar straight into a Fender Deluxe Reverb Tone Master. I'm going direct out of this right into the Studio One, so we're going to do some clean tones, and then I'm going to show you those clean tones in when you pull the push-pull to get series as well. So here's the neck position. So here's the middle position. This is both pickups activated. Now your bridge pickup, a lot of high end, a lot of treble going on. So when you have your pickup on here and you do the push-pull, it goes in a series. And what that means is instead of you've got both pickups that are going straight into a series, straight into the output there. So you'll definitely hear a little bit of a boost here. really, when you traditionally think of that Telecaster with those 3 switches and those 3 tones, this is adding even more to that. So now let's hear it with a little bit of dirt. I'm actually going through a Jackson Audio Bellstar. These are fantastic pedals. Look up Jackson Audio. This is just a little bit of an overdrive. It's just going to throw a little dirt in there, and we're going to kind of do that same thing again. So here is the neck position. Here it is in middle position. And then in a bridge pickup here. Go in that middle and do that, pull that knob again for series. Really thicken up that sound by just doing that push-pull there. And for me, that's a big part of the step up from the Player to the Player Plus. A lot of people might like that 9.5 neck if they're doing a lot more chording and don't like such a flat. You can always go to the Player, but for me, locking tuners and then that push-pull knob. And there's that without. There's a lot of tones out of just the most simple, great guitar design. So you can definitely hear, I can get anything I need out of it clean, I can get anything I need out of it dirty. All right, so you've heard the guitar on its own, both clean and dirty. So now we want to hear what it would sound like in a mix. So I have some backing tracks I did from earlier, and we're going to hear that. Come on, boys. So the Player Plus series, like I said, this is the Mexico stuff from Fender, and this is really where you start getting into Fender, you know, kind of in my opinion. So it's really great. It's just what I think of. It feels just like a Tele should. It definitely looks just like a Tele should, but the Player Plus really added some things that I really feel makes a difference for, you know, I think it's about a $200 or $300 difference from a Player. The tuners, first of all. These are die cast, which means one solid piece, so very durable with the locking on there. And then you do get a noiseless pickup, so you can really get more gain out of it without getting more hum. And then you've got a push-pull here to go from there. And then a 12 is generally a little bit of a faster neck there. And I do believe that you can do maple, like I said, you can get in pile ferro. So if you're really thinking, you know, where those kind of pro Teles really start, that you get, you know, that's something that's very durable and gig worthy and just a workhorse. This is really kind of where you're going in this. And of course, in other videos, there are other series like Strats and stuff in the Player and Player Plus series as well. So the other thing is that all 4 colors are really, really cool. You know, because like there's only 4 color offerings. I'm like, well, there's maybe not as many color offerings as you would think, but there's more model offerings. And the court colors they do have are really, really cool. If you're I'm just very traditional, cool. There's 3 sunbursts. I want something that really pops. This is green. I want something that's really different. Then you can get this fade. And then the other like rose style colored is kind of kind of in the middle, that's kind of a classier single solo color. So I think they color all over the bases. We have a lot of Player Plus Teles and Strats up here at Tarpley Music. So if you're interested in that series or in those Fender products, come down and talk to us, and there's plenty of them to play. And feel free to ask as many questions as you like. So I really hope you enjoyed this video and you got kind of an idea what the Player Plus series is all about now. And if you liked it, just hit like down below. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. And if you want to know as we drop more videos, just turn on notifications and we'll see you on the next one.